Good day, my ladies and my gents. I thought I would do a little talk on the Molotow liquid chrome pen. The goods, the bads, ways around things. First of all, the paint itself is beautiful. It is bright, it is clean. You do you're easy with it. It comes out to being a very smooth finish, as long as you don't get carried away. It is water soluble. If you get a little messed up, you can clean it up with a bit of water. Worst case scenario, if it's still wet, you can just take it, dunk it in whatever, and clean it with, just wash it all off. If it gets dry, it's like any other acrylic paint. You gotta scrape it. But problem I run across is the nib. It gets cruddy, it gets all gunked up, and it really and truly, as a pen, you get 2 or 3 uses out of it, and the nib gets crapped out, and you got to replace it. And in doing so, you have, pull this out, this large bit here, get it to where it'll focus a little better, and all of that fills up with the paint. And if you replace the nibs every few uses, all of that has to be filled up, and you wind up losing that amount of paint in the pen. And they're not exactly cheap. I think like $12, $13 on Hobby Link. But so what I've wound up starting to do is I use it like a paint pot. And I use a brush. This is not the finest brush I have that I use it for to do pinstriping type stuff, but it'll do for what I'm demonstrating today. But what I do, you can use it, I just take it and get paint into the end. You can see where it's kind of glopped up there. So there's a bunch of paint there. It's kind of like a paint pot, and if you get a little bit much, you just take it and push the nib, and it kind of sets it back down, and some of it seeps back into the... But you get a little bit of paint to get on that, and if you want, I've got... what I got is, I'm working on the Tamiya 66 Volkswagen. You got plates here that have got the raised lettering for the logo for Volkswagen, and I'm going to demonstrate kind of what you got. If you just kind of go along the edges with the paintbrush, you get some really nice effect. And if you dry brush, get just a little bit, of course, dry brushing, and then you go across and you just barely rub it, you can get a nice bit of logo work in there. And if you goof up, you can clean it up pretty easy. This is just a demonstration here, so I'm not being too awful careful with it, just to kind of show the method. But to give you an idea of the dry brushing, there is one guy named Tim. He's got Box Stock Garage, another channel that talks about various ways of doing things on model kits, and he's got another method that involves taking a little bit of chrome paint, whether it's Molotow or a marker, and actually putting it, he's got like a pencil. This is a knife, but he's got pencil, he's got the eraser on it, and he'll take and put a little bit of chrome paint on the end of the eraser, and not a lot, but a little, and then use it as a stamp to go onto the logo. Maybe I'm not good enough, but I can't make that work for me. I can make the dry brushing work. But we've all got our own ways of doing things, and we find what works for us, and as long as we're happy with the end result, that's the way it is. But I'll stick a link to the Box Stock Garage video that talks about the eraser, so you can get a better idea of what that way is. And you got another idea? Well, let us know, because We're always open for a better way of doing things, or a new way that we haven't thought of yet. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, hey, we gave it a shot. And so, but that's the beauty of our little community that we got here, is that we share ideas, and see, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, I will sign out here and see what we can accomplish on this wonderful little bug. Thanks for watching.